Greetings and salutations, everybody. Welcome in today for episode 69 of the Pod Month Podcast. I am your host, Char J, joined by my co-host, Luke.
How's it going? 69. Nice.
And Hereth Productions.
I was going to make that joke, but Luke beat me to it.
Yes, everyone say nice in the chat because this is episode 69. Things are going to get interesting.
Nice.
Which, interesting, I mean the finale of season 1. We're going to be talking about episodes 13, which is Call to Action. Episode 14, Rebel Resolve. And episode 15, Fire Across the Galaxy. We're going to be talking about Kanan, the Ghost Crew, the Grand Inquisitor, Moff.
He's Grand Moff.
He's a Grand Moff. Grand Moff Tarkin. We're going to be talking about Agent Callus. We're going to be talking about a whole different conglomerate of things, and it's going to be a very fun episode. So, guys, are we ready to get the show rolling?
Yeah, absolutely.
The Jedi Knights are all but destroyed, and yet your task is not complete, Inquisitor. The Emperor has foreseen a new threat rising against him. The Podwans Podcast.
And here we go. All right, so our first guest today, which it's kind of funny that we're bringing him now because you just heard him about 5 seconds ago. He is a returner to the show. He's been our longtime friend. He's been on for Son of Dathomir. He's been on for so many different episodes and reactions, and I'm so glad he's back today to talk about the finale of season 1 of Rebels. Let's bring in Kris at StarWarsLawyer.
What the?
That was perfect. That was perfect timing.
Speaking of Son of Dathomir, I love how you picked the one episode where you weren't on and I had to do all the narration for.
Even been released. He's been on more than that. He was on Umbara.
Episode 69, that intro, nice.
It is nice. It is nice.
Kris, how are you doing?
Good. I'm out here. I'm living. I'm doing a lot better than the Grand Inquisitor is doing. So we out here having a good time.
That's good.
Yeah. Kris, where can the good people follow you on the social medias?
You can find me at StarWarsLawyer on Twitter, TikTok, Twitch, YouTube, and Instagram. And you can find my podcast, Too Black, Too Nerdy, wherever you listen to podcasts, and catch us live at YumaCon this Sunday.
Oh, nice. You're doing what's the panel?
We're doing, Black Faces and Nerd Spaces.
Ooh, hard hitting.
Yeah,
we appreciate it. Can you somehow record that and send it to
We're working on it. We're trying to figure out because you can't have all that much equipment with you, so we're trying to figure out what's the best way that's going to capture both of us. So we're both going to have our equipment there and try to do the best we can.
Because I feel like that's a perfect opportunity to release something either on your TikTok page or on YouTube of sit down, shut up, and listen. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's a very important thing, and I'm glad that you are doing that, Kris. So kudos to you. But we always love having Kris on the show. He makes it fun.
I love being here.
Oh, don't make me blush. But next guest.
Up next, we have a returner. He hasn't been on
He hasn't been on the show.
Well, 2 Podwans.
Has he been on anything?
I believe so. I do remember he was on an episode with Luke and I talking about return.
That was They Fly Now.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, and then now They Fly Now has kind of combined with us with Hereth being here. But yes, our longtime
they merged
friend,
now.
Oh God.
Yes, they fly into each other.
No, oh God.
Anyway.
Without further ado, let's bring in Depaul.
About damn time. In a minute.
It's about damn time. Yeah.
Copyright claims. Yeah.
Wait. It sounds like
it's a cover. It's a cover.
Yeah, it's a cover, and that is officially what Depaul was looking like dancing on a chair.
Man, that was a good time.
There you go.
Hey, we're live, man. You can't be talking about what happened that night.
What happens at karaoke?
I didn't say it was that night. I just said it was you dancing on a chair. That could have been any night.
That was a good time, though. No, for real.
But thanks to Paul for coming on. We really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me, man. I'm honored finally on the show.
Yeah, about damn time.
It is about damn time.
Where can the good people follow you on the social medias?
On the socials, you can find me on TikTok, JediMasterDepaul, and I'm on Twitter. I'm not really that active on Twitter. I mean,
I feel that.
It's Tag Naga. I'm actually about to create my my gaming channel. It's already created. I just got to fix everything up on Twitch. But
Nice.
what I'm really doing is TikTok and YouTube at the Conspiracy Cantina. We actually just dropped an episode today. Shameless shout out, but it was about the Black Panther premiere. Had a guest on there who actually attended the premiere. So
nice.
yeah.
Nice.
So
yeah, I've
it's pretty good.
seen a lot of people be kind of controversial about the whole premiere.
Yeah.
And yeah,
that's why I want to do it. And she what was her name? Damn it, Dawn. We call her Dawn. But yeah, she's out there. She gave her a shout out for her socials and everything like that. But it was great. I'm not going to take up time with that. If you want to check out the episode on Conspiracy Cantina. But it was a good time. So yeah.
No.
Ooh.
No. You had to be there. If you weren't there, what happened at karaoke
stays at karaoke until we do a pub crawl.
You see, Ven, I have footage, but I am not giving it to you.
Wait, you have actual footage?
I have footage.
God, yes.
Listen. If y'all want that same type of karaoke happen again, you do not release that footage.
Delete that
footage. I've looked at security holograms, and Depaul was dancing on tables.
No, can you imagine that though? Just like Ewan McGregor, and then it's just like a thing of him thinking. It's like the bubbles, and then it's just Depaul dancing his ass on a chair.
That'd be an awesome meme. Yeah, that'd be great.
But again, thank you to Paul for coming on. We gotta have you on more often.
Just
let
me know, man. Let me know.
Absolutely. We've got Darthman86 or Kenny. What's going on? Not a Kyber, hi babe. And the fact that she put Agent Callus over me.
You know what's funny?
I support that.
Something just clicked today. I was watching Rebels and watching the Agent Callus. I was like, and this freaking really clicked. I was like, wait, Alanis likes Agent Callus. Luke looks like Agent Callus.
God, stop. People need to stop that right fucking now.
Luke,
God,
take a shaver.
That's no. What's gonna happen at celebration?
Oh my God, stop.
Is that Luke's gonna be asleep? Lannis is gonna let us in the room.
Yes.
While I have my CPAP on,
we're gonna take that shaver. Now we just gonna give you a little bit of NyQuil. You know, we're just gonna take that shaver.
You're gonna drug me. Coming from a lawyer, that's not a good idea.
I didn't say that. I didn't say we were drugging you. You could you could have the sniffles and need some help going to sleep.
Exactly.
Yeah. There's some ambiguity
a little jet
there.
lagged, and I need some.
Yeah, we're just gonna just take that little patch there just to make the sideburns, the leg warmers, and then you're just gonna wake up and there's just gonna be like this imperial uniform there. That's just your size.
I do not condone any of this.
To be honest, your compliance isn't a factor.
Oh, is it? It isn't now?
No.
You don't need my permission to do this?
We have Atlantis's.
Oh, okay.
I mean, technically, you'll be out of the state, so you won't have any
diplomatic immunity. Paul. Don't start that. Come on now.
I'm just saying.
Wait, do you highlight Ben's message?
Yeah. Char, take over the chat for a second. I'm doing something.
Okay. Char showing his cards. I don't have cards. I have footage, but I mean, into the security footage you go. Only pain will you find. It's not a lot of pain. It's
good times.
It's intense shit. Let me say.
Some interesting things happened at karaoke.
It did.
And then Kenny said, "Had to exit from the chat to pick up what's up." Oh, Kenny's back again. Kenny, our longtime follower and friend. He was talking about it the other day. I was in his live. He was like, I finally got the third Padawan to follow me back on TikTok. I'm like,
Wow.
I had no idea.
Char the
I had-
slander.
Kenny, I'm sorry. I had no idea you made content on TikTok. I'm sorry. I don't check.
Harden arc. Wait, hold on. Are you talking about James Harden?
No, I
No,
think he means
Hardin.
Hardin, like Reiko Hardin.
Hardin,
Like we're just
Reiko
gonna.
Hardin. Oh,
Like the
well,
marksman
Get
of
the face
Concord Dawn.
transformer.
Mhm.
that does make sense. That does make sense. Amber, I've been meaning to get you on.
Mama
Like, I need to get a hold of you somehow. You need to join the Discord server if you have Discord or something, so that I can connect with you and get you on the show.
Hi,
Because
Amber.
she's amazing. She's
She is.
absolutely amazing. But with that, let's
We got a super chat from
oh, look at
Element
that.
Oh,
Yeah, super chats. I
Or
will
super
support
shit.
Tamar from
Oh, we can drop love now. Oh,
Yeah, that is true.
oh
Yeah.
no, we
I-
give Depaul too much power.
I wasn't about to say anything, but I guess this is the perfect opportunity. I'm not saying you guys have to. If you would like to drop some love, absolutely go ahead and do so. More power to you, but I'm not. And I just don't feel like comfortable asking for money. You know what I mean?
listen. I'll tell you this. Here's the secret of it. You don't ask for it unless you're doing like some kind of fundraising thing. That's the only time you
Yes.
ask for it. Otherwise,
Yes.
they see the little thing when you monetize. They see it. So just do it. The
That's
love
fair.
comes.
That's fair. That's fair.
But yeah, I
Uh,
appreciate it very much, Pep. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
for the
Appreciate it.
$5.
Diet in the Force. Go check out their podcast every Saturday, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Jesus. All right. Well, another super chat
Where the
by
green one?
Chris. Appreciate it. Thanks for the love.
Call me Captain Kirk. Anyway, yeah. No, Dyad in the Force. You know, maybe there's a Dyad Lounge episode coming out tomorrow featuring a certain Star Wars lawyer and another Star Wars lawyer.
Yeah, I did
Wait,
see
what
that.
Wait, are you guys gonna talk about that arc that?
The Padawan arc.
Yeah, that one.
We need to clip that and make it a clip in here so that we can throw it in here, like Chris just yelling about that arc, because that was just freaking perfect. I love that. But thank you, Chris. Very kind of you. But oh wow, just like all the super chats and shits and stuff's going on here.
It's new. We've never.
It is new.
never
It's
had
very.
this
It's very.
before, so-
It's very,
Overwhelming.
This is where the fun begins.
Oh
Oh
god.
yeah.
Oh no.
Oh, yeah.
So Depaul and Kris, every single episode we have our guests break down in 2 or less sentences about the arc or episode. So since we have 3 episodes, we will give you 4 sentences.
Damn.
4 sentences. Just tell us what happens in the arc in 4 sentences or less. You can make them as funny as you want. You can make them as serious as you want. That's how we roll. So, Depaul, you go ahead and go first.
Okay. Elder Jedi gets caught. Young Jedi, Padawan, thinks he knows it all and said, "I gotta fix this shit." Okay, can I cuss?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And takes the lead. All the team thinks that he don't know what the hell he doing,
Yeah.
but somehow he makes it right. And the Elder Jedi realizes, I am still the shit.
Yeah. All right. I like that.
We see Malik in the chat. How you doing, Malik?
Malik, the Jedi Smart. Go check out his podcast.
Last part of it. P.S.
Yeah.
Little in credit. That badass motherfucker came up. He's about to kill some shit. Next season.
Go check out his podcast. It's a podcast on only on audio, no visuals, but go check out their stuff.
Chris just paid to be on Podwans.
No, because I was already on Padawans and then I paid.
Wow.
We do
Chris,
not ask our guests to pay us to be on the podcast. That is not how this works. False advertising.
yeah, that is false advertising. But Chris, sum up the arc in 4 sentences for us.
Sabine blows things up. Ezra gets too big for his britches.
Yes.
Kanan goes Super Saiyan.
I like that.
Grand Inquisitor becomes toasty. Hera learns that sometimes you got to look at the smaller picture before you can appreciate the big picture. And Ahsoka Tano is back, baby, and so is Vader.
There you go. Oh yeah.
Malik, I was charged several times by Char. What do you mean? What do you mean?
Hey.
The other way around. You should be paying us.
Oh God, damn it!
Can't leave me hanging with this.
Are you saying all of it? I'm not doing. I don't know the rules here. I don't know what we can and cannot do.
Joe, damn, I guess I gotta design a Super Saiyan Kanan.
All right, there we go.
Depaul he was like looking like, what are you talking about?
So you know what threw me off is that your logo is right between me and Chris. I was like, yeah, and he blends in with the Millennium Falcon background. I was like, what the? Oh.
Also, like the fact that it's like the new logo over here.
You're like, where does it cut
the
off? Oh, right
old
there.
Logo over here. It's just
Yeah,
like...
but like I feel like we were gonna keep the same logo for the podcast at least, but everything else is gonna be different for sure.
Yeah, I'm really liking this rhyme scheme here. Super Saiyan Kanan.
I like that.
Yes,
dude, that is pretty dope.
Although, I can make that logo a reality because I will be performing one of my close friends' wedding next weekend, and she gave me a hand of the Queen pin. So in theory, I could put that on my Vader armor.
Dude, that would be funny. And then all you'd have to find is like a one ring.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Chris. That's awesome. But I'm not gonna do this in 4 sentences. God dang it! All right, Depaul, I appreciate the love.
I don't know how y'all are. I don't know how y'all getting like even dollar amounts. Every time I do it, it's always 99 cents. Like they don't want my 1 cent. Like my money is less than everybody else's.
Hey, Chris, that's because you're tax exempt.
Oh man, thank you so much, Depaul. I appreciate it. Obi-Wan Kenobi, what's going on, man?
And we also have B Dazzler in the chat. All right. Pull up the banner.
Here we go.
I will do. All right. So we have Brooke in the chat, aka B Dazzler. She is the owner and creator of FarFarAwayFactory.com. She makes a bunch of merch, stickers, earrings, a whole bunch of different things that you can get off of her website. She has an Etsy page. She has an Instagram page. She has her own website at FarFarAwayFactory.com. If you want to go follow her on TikTok at _B Dazzler_. She makes a lot of great content, whether it be House of the Dragons, Star Wars, Marvel, everything. You can see her. I forgot what's I'm because I never saw Thor: Love and Thunder. What was
Lady Thor or Mighty Thor?
Mighty Thor. You can see her Mighty Thor cosplay, which was amazing.
We love our community, Aemon Targaryen.
Oh
yes.
Yeah, so if you want to go check out her merchandise on FarFarAwayFactory.com, she makes a bunch of cool custom stuff. You can check her out and go ahead and drop her a follow on Instagram and TikTok, and go check out her stuff, please. I would really appreciate that. As of all the pod ones, would very much appreciate that.
Go buy her shit. She's cool. Do
Mr.
it now.
Dazzler needs the support.
Don't pay us. Pay her. No. Anyway.
We have why are the people of color paying to be on the podcast? That's not true.
Damn.
They go from not paying us and now we got to pay them, right?
Hey, I'm just saying
it's hard out here for a
these
pimp.
Two folks are the ones supporting us, so we're gonna give it back to them.
Brooke, buy something and I'll send you a name and autograph.
Please take a picture of yourself and then put in the quote, "Would you like to train? Are you here to train?" Oh my god, that's perfect. But no, I'm not even gonna attempt to do that arc thing for 4 sentences because I'm just terrible at it.
Or it would be Vagar. No.
Oh no.
Vagar, yes.
Do either of my co-hosts want to take a shot at the 4 sentences for the arc?
How about you each give a sentence?
Ooh, I already got
Yeah.
one. Charlie, want to rotate back and forth?
Go ahead.
Kanan gets got.
Kanan Uno reverse card.
Quizzy has no reverse card. Ends up dying.
And Vader shows the fuck up.
Dang, that was a good one. Oh man, Obi-Wan Kenobi, thank you so much for
Let's
the
just
super
say
chat.
the Grand Inquisitor
Appreciate
did not complete his task.
No, he did not. Yeah, he was in Among Us and he got shoved out of the plane.
Because we have
Out
Kris
of the
saying
ship.
our intro, and Grand Inquisitor did not finish his task.
Yeah.
But with that being said, let's get into this episode for season 1, the season 1 finale. Let's talk about the story. All right, so it's been a really long time since we've had to do 3 separate episodes. So with the new format, it's gonna be kind of a little interesting. So basically, the first episode.
Before you dive in, Luke, did you?
Oh yeah,
see,
I
oh, you did.
picked
Okay,
that up earlier.
I just noticed that.
But if you want to say that again, go ahead.
Oh yeah, well, thank you, Sean. I very appreciate it. Thank you so much for the $5 donation.
Yeah, we appreciate it. Depaul, don't
Sorry.
ruin, don't
I know
hurt
my damn
yourself.
mic.
Don't hurt yourself, man.
It's a big mic I'm working
It's
with.
your first
you know?
time being on here. I know you're nervous. But don't start beating things up, man. Come on.
Sometimes it takes a little of adjustment working.
I mean, yeah. I mean, sheesh.
So basically, the first episode is the rebels are trying to figure out how they can basically take it to the Empire, and Kanan comes up with the idea of going after the main communications array that basically can send out a message throughout. I think it's like a couple of systems that they can hit, right?
Mhm.
So the rebels crew ends up making it there. They steal the emitter, I think it is, from what I remember. Kanan gets caught. Moff Tarkin actually shows up at the beginning of the episode, which is awesome because
Dressed up in the General Veers fit.
yes,
Mhm.
yes.
Mhm.
Well, and also he shows up at the beginning, and this gets to my first question. So we see Tarkin when he first gets here. He starts making business. He's like, all right, so why aren't we having success here? What are we doing? What are we doing wrong? Right? So him, Callus, Minister Tua, and the 2 regular guys that we've been seeing all season screw up, not be able to take out these rebels, and the Grand Inquisitor are in one room, right? And he's asking all of these questions like, why this, why that? And he said that the difference between your rebel cell and other rebel cells are. Let me finish my sentence here. I will. Don't let me forget about that. I will grab that in a little bit. He said the only difference, but main difference between your cell and the other cells is that they have that, like, they're not casual. They don't like taking life. And we obviously see that in Andor. We're seeing that in Andor right now.
They also pretty much immediately disprove that same episode when they break into the communication tower because Sabine's like, "Hi, bam, blam." Go.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so funny. But okay, so the first question is, in that episode, it's gonna be a Callus question. Shout out to Nana Kyber. She gave me this idea because she gave me this question because I could not think of one. I'm not even gonna lie about it. The 4th member of the pod ones. When Tarkin executes the 2 officers, we pan over to Callus's reaction. Do we think that this is the beginning of his just defection, or just genuine surprise of the situation that he has just seen?
I think it's a if it's a long winding rope to the detonation, like a long winding detonation cord, like this probably lit the fuse, but it's a long way to do it, because it's like these are Imperial officers and you just so casually dispatch them. And then on the other hand, it's like, okay, then I could also as easily get casually dispatched, because as an ISB officer, he's probably not he's probably seen people get executed before. He's probably executed some people before, just straight up. Yeah, so I think it's just the fact that this happened to important people that he's like, oh, well, they don't care about me.
Yeah, I think you could say that. I think it is a little bit of both. Absolutely, Kris. Depaul, what do you think?
No, yeah, I actually agree with that. Just like it wasn't the one, he wasn't in it before yet, but it was like just how they, even with the how they drew the animation of his eyes shifting back and forth. Like I just literally just watched that episode before I got on here. I was like, oh, like he was like just completely shocked. It was like, crap. Like
Oh yeah,
just like that. Like you just like, okay, we're not playing around. They fucked around, found out, so we can't be doing this anymore. So that was, I think that it just planted the seed real hard in him. Like, am I really doing the right thing? And like, because I thought we were doing the right thing with the Empire, but am I really doing the right thing? Because if you aren't going to dispatch and kill your people that are honestly trying, what are we really doing here? So I think it was the seed that was really planted and started to water.
no, yeah, absolutely. I think that is that's very, very fair, because it's like he's looking at the situation and he's looking at Tarkin, because Tarkin's been there from the very beginning. And he knows, and he even says it later on in this episode. He's like, you don't know how to win wars, but I do. And it's so true. If you've read the Tarkin novel, Tarkin's like, and I will say this, Tarkin as a villain, interesting as hell. He's one of my favorites, because he is like, so he doesn't need a lightsaber. He's not your typical villain in Star Wars. He uses his standard and his like Varas. You know what I mean? He walks into a room and he commands that room. It's just insane. If he would have survived.
So essentially, what Tarkin is, he's Thrawn, but more political.
Yes, and not as smart. Not as smart
and old.
Yeah,
that's essentially who Tarkin is.
But he is jacked.
Yeah, he is. And he also
Tarkin is surprisingly very strong.
Yeah,
but with Tarkin, it was interesting when he was just like, all the Jedi died.
Yeah,
every single one, and I'm like, Tarkin, you're too smart to think that all over 10,000 of them got wiped out. Right. Like you could say all the important ones are, or they're near extinction, or but like to say every single one got wiped out, like you are too meticulous to make that kind of generalization without having like fact checked it yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the other thing is here's a big question. Do we think Tarkin knows about the incident with Cal Kestis or the incident with Obi-Wan Kenobi?
I think with Cal, probably, since Vader was there, and Vader probably reported it to the Emperor. With Obi-Wan, at least at Fortress Inquisitorius, I don't think so. I think that was more kept under wraps.
I think, and I kind of agree with that, because in A New Hope, he's like, Obi-Wan Kenobi, I thought he was dead.
Yeah.
And Vader's like, oh, I forgot to tell you that story. We'll have to tell you that one later if we
both sidebar that one.
You're right.
No, but it's really, oh God. He is. It is true. He's
Tarkin's just going around like, what's the T? Sending his little mouse droid back and forth.
No, yeah, that's absolutely true. Pep,
I don't think Vader reports anything by obligation to Tarkin because he's a Grand Moff. He's only in his governing sector. Yeah, I mean, Tarkin's in charge of the Outer Rim, correct?
I believe so.
I believe he's... or in a certain section of the Outer Rim.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
But that's also true. Tarkin and Vader are coffee pot, but Chad's yeah, that's so true though, because I mean, Tarkin and Vader have like they're very close, like, and it's not like very close in the sense of like they're buddy, but the respect level is there. You know what I mean? And we'll talk about it, and I'll bring back Tarkin when we get to the last episode because I've got something to say, because Big Bad shows up at the end. But like Tarkin comes in and he just commands everything. Like you can see that right off the bat. He goes over, he says, "Why haven't you taken care of this? What, Agent Callus, what have you been doing? Grand Inquisitor, don't we have somebody to take care of this Jedi thing?" And it's just like, boom, roasted, boom, roasted, boom,
the way he
roasted.
called out Grand Inquisitor always gets me. He's like, aren't you supposed to be doing your job? Which is why I literally thought of Kenobi. I was like, wait, but what you guys just said? I'm like, he can't know. So it's like, does he know Grand Inquisitor fucked up, or is it like, does he know like half the story with Reva? Like, what's going on over here?
No, yeah, absolutely.
It's very it gives me a lot of Return of the Jedi vibes with when the Emperor comes to the Death Star, or like before when Vader, like says it. He's like, the Emperor's coming here. He's like, that is correct, Commander. Yes. And he is most displeased with your apparent lack of progress. We shall double our efforts. I hope so, Commander, for your sake. The Emperor is not as forgiving as I am.
Anyway. But Hereth, Char, any thoughts on Callus and his reaction?
Go ahead.
Mainly, I think I kind of lean towards, I think it's just genuine shock, because it's just like, I've been doing this for so many years, and I've never seen anything just as ruthless as this. Like, sure, Callus has done the executing for sure during his time as the ISB agent, but it's like he's never seen it just so casually done. So that's like, that was kind of my.
Yeah, I'm right with Hereth on this one, because because Callus he's got some animosity in him. He's not afraid to do what he needs to do, but the fact that he saw it so effortlessly done, I think it scared him a bit.
No, yeah, absolutely. That's
because it's like, because we all know that he's Fulcrum. If you've watched the show, you know he's Fulcrum. So the fact that he's seen that the Empire is this ruthless, that they just do not care, then it's Callus knows. Callus knows.
Thanks, Ben, for the $4.99. We can't call them ramen drops, because that's what what?
No, how do we get to the $5, Ben? How do we do it?
I think you have to start with it, and like, I think you go.
It started as $1.99 for me.
Wow.
Oh wow.
Oh no, I wonder if anyone's gonna get to the actual $5. Oh no, I'm kidding.
Oh my god.
I'm kidding.
Fucking idiot.
This video is sponsored by Jack.
And Elena says, I feel like the shock is more of, oh, they're taking me seriously, especially after Ander. That's
I love how you just said Ander.
Cassian Ander. Cassian Ander.
You said especially after Ander.
Ander.
I'm like,
Cassian Ander.
Okay. And then Pep said at the end of Andor, Cyril changes his name to Callus and adopts the
oh, good God, no.
Oh my God, imagining Cyril with mutton chops.
No, can you imagine?
He's so clean cut too. That's the thing. It's like I can't imagine him with those.
You know what's gonna be funny though? Alanis will be here for episode 10 with us.
God, I don't want Cyril to look like Elvis Presley.
Why the hell?
I'm gonna be honest.
Why are you paying? This is you paying. Why?
Like this, the difference may be. Hereth, did you do it from your phone or the computer?
My computer.
Yeah, that might be the difference.
I also have done $5 donations on my phone. That's why I also decided it'd be funny for the shits and giggles of it.
Jesus. My God.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
This is going to Luke's bank account. It's not even going to me.
Not yet.
Alanis would pass away if Cyril adopted the
but Cyril doesn't have the voice of David Oyelowo. Like he doesn't.
I pay my own checks.
Oh man.
Hereth's like, I only took orders from one person. Me.
Me. I am the only one. But oh wow, we have gone off the rails, but that's okay. That's how the show goes. But like that, I found that a very interesting question. So thanks, Alanis. Appreciate it as always. Big hug, small kisses, whatever. Anyway, that's embarrassing. Can't believe I just said that.
Wow.
That was
Clip that.
Someone kissed me.
God.
Someone clip that.
God. I
Let the
cannot
clip.
believe I just said
Yeah,
that.
that one.
If
we
she
gonna
isn't
roast
dying
him
of
for that one.
embarrassment, I definitely am.
Just
Yeah,
foul.
thank you.
No foul.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
It's those cuddles.
In the second episode, we have to deal with the ramifications of Kanan being captured. Throughout the episode, Kanan is being tortured by Tarkin and the Grand Inquisitor. We basically start off with the Ghost Crew trying to find out where Kanan is. In the second episode, we see Chopper particularly actively looking for Kanan for the first time. And this is the first time we've really seen him care for another crew member. Besides Hera, this is the first time we've ever seen him get like really, really care about another crew member. How do you think this fits into his character in later seasons?
I mean, Kanan isn't his dad, but Kanan is the dad that stepped up.
Oh man, that's a good analogy. That's
He's
good
like,
analogy.
he's like, I gotta go find my pa, Ezra.
Jesus.
God. Maybe Chopper just feels like I gotta fucking save everybody. So I'm tired of like y'all messing up.
I'm the only one that can do anything around here.
God, man. So yeah, maybe I mean that's I don't know. I mean, but Chopper, he's like Oscar the Grouch,
No, he
he's
really is.
He's like, I'm an ass, but I got a heart of gold. So I'm here in the clutch when you need me.
Question to Paul: is he Grouch from Dave Chappelle's Oscar? You're a Grouch.
Nah, he ain't
I
that
live in a
much.
trash can.
You know what? Actually,
I think it is. I think he fits that.
Yeah, he does have that vibe. He does.
He does. He has like
I hear-
real.
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
No, yeah, he definitely does. And I think this is the first time we actually see him get a paint job, right?
Yeah,
Mhm,
because Chopper resisted for the first time. It means like you have to do it.
No, yeah. So that's interesting because this is the first time that they ever use him as a decoy, which is cool.
Yeah.
Another question: what was everybody's favorite part of this episode in particular? Because I feel like there's a lot of good moments in this episode, with the Ghost Crew and even with Kanan a little bit as well.
Yeah.
Kanan, sort of toying with the Grand Inquisitor when he's trying to rip the secrets from his mind, and Kanan's just like, Ezra, not him. What do you see? You becoming more frustrated. Like if Kanan could have broke out in those moments, it would have been call an ambulance,
but not
for me.
You have no idea how much I love that freaking video. I love that video so much. I honestly wake up in the morning and I throw on that video just to make me laugh. It is so funny. DePaul?
I'm gonna piggyback on that one with the Kanan thing. Just seeing him under the pressure. Well, I wouldn't say under pressure. I mean, him being like interrogated, and then even at the end, like when the Grand Inquisitor is like really like toying with him and like pointing his lightsaber at him, like, hey, and seeing the art of how different the lightsabers are compared to what we're used to, and to the real fine. Didn't realize how pointy they were in Rebels, and just seeing the interaction with Kanan, the Inquisitor, that was really good. And I would say the other part would be That's about it. Nothing else.
Hereth, Char.
Sorry, you want to go first, or you want me to take it first?
Everything was covered. Everything was good. Yeah, you guys summed it up pretty well.
Mine is still related. I love how we're all going with the Canon Grand Inquisitor scenes, but it's
Yeah, I
still
mean that was the cornerstone of this arc, where there are some things more frightening than death, and then he just falls.
Yeah.
We're like, what?
You're moving an episode ahead. There,
We're talking about the
second episode.
Okay, but we all know what we're gonna be talking about here. Okay,
Right.
we all know what we're gonna be talking about.
Char's like, you know why I'm here.
Now.
Yeah, exactly. You know why I'm here. Anyway,
I want the meat and potatoes.
But I was gonna say,
I'm Borgullet. I know the truth.
Was the Grand Inquisitor like trying to get like mentally trauma bond like Kanan with the whole Order 66 thing of like, do you remember your master's last words? Run. I know it haunts you at the night when you sleep and like that kind of shit. You're just like, damn.
Yeah, that is a pretty intense, because I mean he does. I mean, even earlier in the season when they try to find Luminara, he brings up Depa Balaba as well. So it's just like
deception. Every day, more lies.
Oh my god!
Every day,
Chris.
more
lies. When are you gonna get a Saw Gerrera cosplay so that you and M can reenact that scene?
I will keep doing this as a tease to her.
Oh my god! Too bad she's not in the chat.
Saw's not bald, is he?
No, he's got
in Rogue One. He is.
In Rogue One, he is.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that's
later on in Rogue One.
You know what? I can put up Old Man Saw.
Hell yeah, Depaul. Yeah.
Lazy eye.
Yeah.
Every day. More lies.
Oh wait, no. Later Saw that he has hair with the one that rescues Jin.
You reversed it.
Yeah. Yeah. The one
because Jin's no longer there to shave his head.
Oh my god.
It's true. You all follow M.
This
emotional damage.
But episode 3 basically is the Ghost Crew getting into a little bit of trouble. Ezra convincing Vizago to give him like the way to figure out how to get to Kanan.
Hotel Travago.
And they end up going to the Mustafar system. Hey, Vader there? Question mark? Vader there? Question mark? Maybe?
No.
Now Vader's on vacation.
Yeah, Vader's on vacation.
Vader's out there doing stuff.
This is when the part of Lego Star Wars.
Yes, that's what I was going to say.
That's when this happens.
Yeah,
so he's on Scarab.
Vader's been on a vacation ever since the end of Kenobi.
Oh, that's true. Good point.
He is licking his wounds on that one.
Yeah, for sure. They end up getting into Grand Moff Tarkin's Star Destroyer, wrecking havoc, saving Kanan. Kanan kills the Grand Inquisitor, and he says there's more things to fear than death, right?
There's some more things
far more frightening.
There's some things far more frightening than death.
And then he lets go. He kind of does the whole like reverse
Mufasa
thing.
Free fall.
I mean, what we know from the comics, he's really not that free. So
no, yeah. He dies. Grand Moff Tarkin goes back to Lothal, and lo and behold, he brings Vader with him.
Yeah, he did.
And that's how season 1 ends.
Just with breathing.
Yeah, just with. I think that was the perfect part. Is that they just used his breathing. He didn't have to talk. I mean, and this isn't the first time we've seen Vader. We saw him first episode of the season. But it's like only for like 5 seconds.
Of course, Luke is admiring Vader's breathing. Whenever he breathes, Luke's soul
Dude,
his body.
But are you shitting me? That is the most iconic thing in cinema.
Yeah.
Don't tell me it's not.
I know. I mean, I remember when we were reacting to the Kenobi trailer, and you're like, "Did you hear Vader's breathing?" I'm like, "I've heard it millions of times."
The way it
and
hits
it's
different,
good,
bro.
Every time.
You're worse than the Grievous appearance.
All right, shut up.
I think Vader's the only time a grown ass man will like obsess over another man's breathing. Just saying.
Yeah, and he's the only character in cinema where you get terrified of his breathing.
Right?
There's
No,
no
yeah, I-
one that has like,
Wait,
oh my god, he
wait,
breathes
can you-
very
Okay,
nice.
no, wait,
highlight
there
Pep's
is
comment?
there
one
is
thinks
one
about that.
more. Yeah, he wasn't in the beginning originally. That was an added scene. But there is one other character's breathing that if you heard it out of nowhere that'd do it. It's that one kid that had a crush on Helga and Hey Arnold. The yeah, if you just heard that in
my
in pitch black, you'd be
God.
terrified too.
But I've got 2 questions for episode 3. One's on there, one isn't. So we see at the end of season 1, the Lothal rebels make a whole lot of noise. Do we think that the Lothal rebels and their attack on Tarkin's Star Destroyer will reach other rebel cells, including Cassian Andor's? Do we think we will get a mention of that big event to other rebel cells?
I never thought of that.
I think you will, because that's something monumental. You saw how Aldani sent ripples throughout that section of the galaxy, which is described as remote and backwater and everything like that. So for them to take down an Imperial Star Destroyer and Tarkin was involved, like the rebels are going to be sharing that like wildfire, because that's going to get more people to your cause.
Yeah.
The Empire is not invincible.
No,
These aren't flukes.
I agree with that, Meals, and with the plans they have for Andor, it's more about the kickoff of the rebellion. So you're going to hear about all the different types of groups of rebels doing what they need to do and doing a little attacks and doing a little jobs and stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be an Easter egg.
I think so. I think it could be. I think it's going to come to Mon. To be honest with you, I think it's going to go to Mon Mothma, and she's going to hear about it, and then I think that's going to be a little bit of a spark.
Or
I hope we hear Ezra's message.
Oh, that too. That too.
That would be dope.
It said it reached the upper levels of the Empire, so Deidre could hear it with her boss's name, who I can't remember.
Partagaz.
Partagaz. And then Luthen can get it and play it for Mon when he visits her shop, or vice versa.
And then eventually spreads to Bail.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bail's got to show up at some point, because Bail probably already has heard it because Fulcrum has heard it.
Yeah.
So Bail may share it with Mon.
Yeah, I think that's more plausible than Luthen.
Give me Jimmy Smits.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Right. I was wondering, you think we'll see him in Andor?
Yeah, I think he'll be in the finale. I think he'll be in the
sure.
finale. Yeah. What Mon's doing right now, and I said this on High Ground last night. I truly think that, and this upsets people. I'm sorry, but I truly think Val is probably going to be the reason why she defects. She defects because of a certain event, and I think Val is going to be a part of it because it's a family member that has been affected by the Empire, and that's her final straw.
Oh, so you mean instead of playing, the what have we done? What are we doing? That's when she fully commits.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Moves against Palpatine season 3 of Rebels.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I think that's more plausible, because I mean that's what most humans will react. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
In situations like that, most times when one side loses a family member and it's very personal for them, they're gonna go on the offensive. Like that's just human nature. You know what I mean? So I feel like that is the more plausible way for her to really join the fight in that regard, taking a stand and actually saying, "Nah, the Empire's messed up. We're done." And yeah, yes, that's her 12 guards moment.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, that's her never
Yes.
more than 12 moment. We all have a never more than 12 moment.
Yeah. So I'm curious. So if they do end up playing Ezra's message in the finale of Andor, that's just by speculation. Do you think it'll be the same one from Taylor Gray, or do you think it's gonna?
Yes.
Yeah. Or
Yeah,
I was gonna say,
the audio.
maybe it'll be re-recorded by the actor who's gonna be playing in Ahsoka, or
No,
yeah,
I think
no,
it's
I
gonna
wouldn't
be-
do that because that's like 10 years. His
That
voice
is
is going to
true.
sound different.
I mean,
he's
but, like-
going. He's fully gone through puberty at that
His
point.
balls
Well,
His-
so did
yeah.
Bad
Yeah,
Batch Caleb
exactly.
Doom, but
Instead of talking out here, he's going to be talking, somewhere around here.
Right.
There's going to be some octave dropping.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But I feel like most likely it'll be Taylor Gray's
If-
message.
No, I
If
think
he-
so.
That'd be cool.
If we don't see it, I'm gonna make the joke that he's too busy at Buffalo Wild Wings.
No, that's fair. That's fair. I think it makes sense that all the rebel cells will hear about Lothal, and everybody will be sitting here being giggly as fuck, and that's probably when we'll get the Agent Callus drop as well. To be
I
honest,
want to go that far.
I don't know.
Don't
Could
get
be in the
Atlantis
ISB.
myself,
It could be in the ISB meeting. We've all heard about Tarkin's Star Destroyer, ISB agent. She'll put in the
Callus
chat.
is on watch and something
Yeah,
like that.
Don't give
Yeah.
Atlantis too much hope.
I think it could happen.
It,
I think
it
it could
definitely
happen.
could, but don't get her hopes up. If it does happen, she might have a heart
She
attack.
would combust. She would
Luke-
cease to exist.
Luke's
I'm
acting
not
like the little black kid in Angels in the Outfield. It could happen.
I mean, it could. It could happen. It absolutely could happen. And there you go.
Atlantis is certain.
There you
going
go.
to happen.
I'm
not gonna
giving
happen.
I am giving you flame. Now use it responsibly. Actually, I know she won't use it responsibly, and she'll burn down the whole forest. But that's okay, I guess.
Oh my God.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Fires. But do we originally think that Vader was going to be the end game of season 1? That's my other question. Do you think that
Yeah.
they were gonna do Vader from the beginning then?
Yeah. If you have Jedi, you'll have Vader.
That's fair.
Yeah, you can't have a force wielder without the force wielder.
That's fair. And I mean, if you have the Grand Inquisitor who was supposed to be the biggest bad of them all, and he can't
Yeah.
beat him,
Especially in the Imperial era, if you have Jedi,
Well, so I think it was because Dave Filoni had that concept of Vader fighting Ahsoka during Clone Wars. So I think he knew that he wanted to get to that point in the story. So it makes sense that he would set him at the end of season 1.
Yeah, it does. Okay. Yeah.
but that is the end of my segment, the story. Now on to
the lore.
Don't be too proud of this technological terror you've constructed. The ability to destroy a planet is insignificant next to the power of the Force.
Indeed. Indeed, it is insignificant to the power of the Force. All right. So now we're going to dive into the lore of the Ghost Crew arc. And we have 2 parts. I haven't done a 2-part one in a while. I think it was since the first episode we did a 2-parter.
yeah.
But we have 2 parts of lore. The first one is we're going to talk about teammates. Woohoo, teammates. So in Star Wars, there have been many battles, duels, and conflicts settled by a duo or a group of 2. For example, Ahsoka Tano and Rex during Order 66, Jyn Erso and Cassian Andor retrieving the Death Star plans, Poe Dameron and Finn escaping the Finalizer in The Force Awakens, Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan negotiating with the Trade Federation and eventually facing Darth Maul, Boba Fett and Fennec Shan fighting to maintain peace on Tatooine, and of course, with the Fire Across the Galaxy episode, we have Kanan and Ezra taking on the Grand Inquisitor. If you could take on one powerful opponent or complete a task with great significance with one partner, who would be the person in your way, and who would you team up with?
That's a good one. That's a
Ooh,
good one, Char.
Let's start with Chris.
I'm partnering up with Yaddle and I'm going against Dooku.
It's a good one.
I'm trying to rewrite the canon.
Yeah, while she's got him engaged in a saber lock, I'm just gonna kick that old man straight in the nuts.
Oh my
Damn.
god! I'm just picturing it where Yaddle just pulls up and just says no, and then you see Chris in his iconic Finn episode 9 Finn outfit with his lightsaber. Just
No.
pulling up like,
This is
I'm here
exactly
too.
From
This is-
Crowd 9!
no. Think about the Robot Chicken episode where I can't remember who gets kicked in the nuts, but no, the guy gets hit in the nuts with the lightsaber. Just imagine Chris is just like comes out of frame and just winds up and kicks Palpatine in the dick. God damn it, that'd be fun.
Just like, you can use the Force. Well, I can use these hands.
I'm gonna use these paws, baby.
Be like, may these hands be with you.
It's during the scene when Yaddle and Palpatine are pulling Dooku back and forth. And Palpatine's like, "You remember, Dooku, what you told me about the
Suck it." Just like, and then he falls to the ground. He's like, "The Force is strong with these nuts," and then just walks away.
Halo teabag, and then
All right, we move to Depaul. Depaul, who would your partner be in either a duel or a important mission? And who would be in your way? Who would be the person that would try to stop you?
Quinlan Voss.
Ooh, good.
And we're fighting against Ventress because she's choking somebody.
Ooh,
who is she choking and why?
Hopefully me.
Lovers.
Hey, speaking of Ventress and Voss.
Oh, look at that. See, hey,
Kenny's on the vibe with Depaul. Me and Ventress this time actually saving Voss the first time around. Interesting.
No, but it still will be Quinlan. I would like to go against Ventress, but mission wise, what we be doing, I would say I feel that I would love to do like not inside job, but like a job where undercover job, infiltrating the Hutt cartel.
Oh, so like a hunt for zero kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And then you would be working with Quinlan. So instead of it would be kind of like Obi-Wan and Quinlan versus Cad Bane, but instead of Obi-Wan, it's you.
Yeah.
Nice. I think you would take out Cad Bane with flying colors. No flipping in flames from him.
Nope.
Yeah.
Awesome. Hereth, who would you partner up with, and who would you get in the way, or who would get in your way?
Funny enough, I had like a lot of characters flipping through my mind, and then at the last second it hit me. This might be really weird and out of pocket, but Hondo. I partner with Hondo. I don't know what we're gonna be doing, but we're gonna be stealing something.
Why would you partner with him? He has constantly shown that you cannot. Oh my gosh. Like, haven't you learned that Hondo is just not trustworthy at this point?
It depends on the mission. He can be trustworthy sometimes.
That's fair. But
unless your name is Kenobi.
Or Ezra Bridger.
Kenobi.
Yeah, or Ezra. That's for sure.
My boy.
Yeah. My God. I would.
For one second before I want to look at the chat. Ven said, "I'll team up with Mace to take on Palpatine, or I'll link up with Rex to pick up 5s." Honestly, I would be the one to help Rex pick up 5s.
Oh, can I add an alternate answer?
Oh, I know what you're going with, Chris.
I'm teaming up with Anakin to fight Fox.
Fox, yes, I knew you were gonna say that.
Anakin's gonna hold him, and I'm just gonna
kick him in the nuts.
Pharaoh Remy, where are you at? Pharaoh Remy, where are you?
Or
Chris,
Danielle.
I honestly thought it was gonna be you teaming up with Ahsoka against Tarkin.
Nah, Fox first.
Pat said, partnering up with Qui-Gon and go undercover and stopping Nut Gun Ray.
Nut Gun Ray?
Nut Gun Ray. That's
New
awesome.
Gun Ray by Nut Gun.
That's
Nut Gun
awesome.
For
Gotta love that.
especially in November. That's kind of funny.
Oh my God. Damn it. Char.
I'm sorry. I had to say it.
Say it.
And that is the moment we got demonetized just for that. No.
Hey,
No, just
I didn't
kidding.
imply anything. Luke, who
Oh,
would
he
you
took
team up with?
I would team up with I would team up with Obi-Wan, and we would take out Palpatine from episode 9.
Well, that's like alternate universe. Wow.
Yep.
Obi-Wan's a real old man, pushing 90.
Yeah.
What do you want me to say? What do you want me to say? Anakin Skywalker in his prime? I feel like that was too on the nose.
No, I'm just saying. Obi-Wan, and he's just gonna be pushing 90, just like looking at you quoting Yoda, he's like, when 90 years old you are, not so good you look.
Now I'm imagining if Luke did team up with Anakin, what if they just went on a successful mission and then Anakin's like, thank you, Luke. I'll name my son after you one day, but I won't be around because I'm such a good father.
And I'm like, oh, Jesus. And then I'm like, yeah, that's not going to turn out well for you, bud. Sorry.
Nah.
Father of the year. You weren't the father that stepped up. You stepped up too late, bro. Nope.
Sean said team up with Lando and Chewie to grab Han before Luke's rescue plan goes off the rails.
Mhm.
Oh,
That's a
that's
pretty
when he's
good
on
one.
Cloud City. Yeah. Okay.
No, he's talking Return of the Jedi.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Jabba's palace. Never mind.
Yeah, Jabba's
Okay.
palace, yeah.
Okay. I thought maybe he was talking about when they went to go back to rescue Han.
Kenny again. Changing my answer. Me and Ahsoka helping Ahsoka run away from Ventress. That way, if she is on. Wait. Oh, okay. Okay, gotcha. You're willing to go. I see what you did there. Kenny. But yeah, on to the next part of your lore.
All right. So part 2 of this lore is called customization.
Oh man.
In this arc, we see the stolen TIE fighter from the Fight or Flight episode that was repainted and repurposed by Sabine to aid the rescue of Kanan Jarrus in this arc. We see a bunch of different vehicles and starships being repainted and or used for something other than its initial purpose in Star Wars. Obviously, we have the fire spray being repainted from blue and yellow to green and red. Later on in Rebels, we have Rex, Gregor, and Wolf that transform an ATT walker into a mobile home. We also have the T-47 snow speeders that were repurposed from hauling sewage into fighters that can take down entire AT-AT walkers or AT-AT walkers, whatever type of fan you are about that situation. And we have the Mantis.
Always say that. God damn it.
And we have the Mantis from Fallen Order that you can change in any color. So, guys, what is one vehicle or starship in Star Wars that you would love to fly with a new paint job and modifications?
I'm gonna be honest. I don't know if I would want to be a pilot in Star Wars.
No.
I'd rather have someone be the pilot. So I'll answer the part like what ship with a paint job. We actually don't know what the Lady Luck looks like, so I can't even say what it with the different paint job. But I think I am a fan of the Mantis's design. So it would be black and red.
Yeah. I like that.
So, did you say ship or vehicle?
You can pick either one.
Okay.
So you can pick like a speeder from like Tatooine or
I'm
a
not going
bike
space.
or
Screw that.
yeah, you don't need to fly in space. It can be a land vehicle. Or,
yeah. I'm going with a speeder. One of the speeders from Return of the Jedi, and I'm going to paint it blue and white, a little bit of silver in there. So we call that bad boy the Blue Blur.
That's awesome. I'd choose a Jedi Starfighter. And I would have it having a hyperdrive somehow so that we can get rid of those stupid fucking rings. Those are useless as hell. I would make it red, black, and then a little bit of silver as well, Depaul. It's weird that you were thinking the same thing I was.
But
and then I would call it the badass motherfucker.
There you go.
Bam.
Kind of like how
All right,
Anakin
Samuel L.
repaints
Jackson.
in Vader 2017.
Yep.
So what I would do is
Vader
I would
said.
repurpose and repaint the Millennium Falcon. I would paint it entirely pink and turn it into a nightclub.
Jesus
Yeah, buddy. Yeah,
But
buddy.
what would you call it though? What would you call the nightclub?
Walking STD.
I would call it let's call it it's a
God, really think hard about
the
this.
Nerf Herders Club. I don't know.
All right, that's good.
We'll take that. Yeah.
The Nerf Herders joint. I don't know.
But
But I'm looking at so Kenny said Darth Maul's ship as a mobile home. It just makes sense. I mean, it can cloak itself. So you could be just sleeping
and it's got plenty of room for activities.
So if someone comes in flying from
So much room for
hyperspeed right into you, you never know. And one starfighter, that's cool. What color would that be? Because I've only seen silver and yellow. I'm curious to see what other colors of the N1 starfighter.
Black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow.
Oh God, Joe said a galactic cruiser used as an exploding battering ram with Sabine painting it neon right up the middle. It's just like a
neon middle finger.
It's just like a light maker from Rogue One, the Hammer Corvette, the one that rams into the Star Destroyers. That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
And then the colors of the scimitar would be purple and gold, my old school colors. Oh, okay, that's cool. Instead of the gray and black, it would be purple and gold. Huh. We painted the Venator class Star Destroyer psychedelic colors and make it a study aboard cruise ship. Imagine just like a whole school. It holds about maybe 30,000 students. Just all right, we have this department and this department, and right here you can learn how to use a lightsaber for about 30 minutes. And then Lewis Barry, we have a new viewer in here. Vader's seen as one of the best endings of the show. Yes. Yeah, we actually were discussing that earlier, if that was planned or Vader was planned for season 1. But Hereth said that it was planned even before that, and Filoni was in the works of making sure that Vader and Ahsoka did happen in the show. So yes. That is it for the lore. We learned about ship customizations, and we learned about having good teammates. Because if Kanan didn't have Ezra, I feel like Kanan would have been in a very tough spot with a Grand Inquisitor.
Oh yeah, for sure. And Hereth?
I'm ready.
All right,
My
let's.
experience, there's no such thing as luck.
The interconnectedness.
You got butchered by Luke. That was.
I know that was hardcore.
Yeah.
But anyways, Hereth, tell us what you have for the interconnectedness of this arc.
So again, Luke already touched on it a little bit, but I wanted to double back to that statement he made earlier about Tarkin. That ending line of an episode 13 really did stick with me. So the line of, they don't understand what it takes to win a war, but I do. What is your interpretation of this line based on previous canon media? So Luke, I'm giving you a chance to talk about Tarkin.
Kris, go first.
He's a war criminal.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Yeah.
You're not wrong. He's been through the ringer. I mean, he's been with Anakin Skywalker on the Citadel. He's been through it all. It's pretty much short and sweet of it. Paul?
He does the dirty work that it takes to get done the job. So by any means necessary. I mean, he blew a damn planet for no reason. Just to prove a point. I'm like, okay.
That's true.
Which, I mean, was probably the greatest mistake he's ever made.
No, yeah.
Because the
Absolutely.
uprising was.
If you know where the rebels are, name the system.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tarkin, you just ended 2 billion lives. Yeah, people are coming after your ass.
Right?
Yeah. Not a good move. Not a W. Not a W.
Not a W. It's a giant L.
Yeah. L Bozo Tarkin. But
Well, speaking of not L's and W's, so in episode 14, we kind of talked about it again. Again, this is just a cycle of me doubling back. So in the scene where the Grand Inquisitor is torturing Kanan, we see that for the first time in canon, because remember, The Force Awakens hasn't come out yet, that we see someone using the mind probe ability. So what were your thoughts on it being here, and how do you think it differs from any other scene? And Kris, I see your eyes. It's correct. No, 2014.
Yeah, no,
Force Awakens,
but the mind
2015.
probe they use against Cad Bane,
In
the
Clone
Jedi
Wars.
do. In
Remember
Clone
the-
Wars.
when-
well,
Mace
there goes
and-
that. Throw that statement out of there.
But it is the first time by a dark side user.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is.
So
And it's in that context.
right, and it's the Jedi were
And it's a singular
going
person.
to be gentler than ripping it.
So in other words, the Jedi is going to use some lube instead of going just
I mean,
ripping it off.
Chris, I'm pretty sure
Oh,
gentler isn't the term I would use because
I need an
Anakin
adult.
makes
I
me
need an
laugh.
adult.
I need an adult as
and
well.
joke was bad. Okay.
What?
Oh my
My
god.
and joke.
In?
It's November. If you know, you know.
Jesus.
I got it.
No, but like
No,
I
you
love
know.
how because when you see Kanan being used on this, it's not as like it's impactful, but when you see Poe or you see this getting done to Poe in The Force Awakens, since it was live action, you can honestly see how much force, no pun intended, Kylo is using on Poe because he literally throws him back in his seat, and you can just feel his head ripping to shreds. He's screaming, he's in pain, and then right when he leaves, you see Poe just passed out, and he can't function. But
Well, will that be because like he's a non-force user or non-force sensitive versus a force sensitive or a trained force sensitive?
potentially, yeah. I mean, with Rey, like she was able to resist it. Like, no, I wouldn't say no problem. Like she did have some resistance towards it, and then she finally was like, "You're not as strong as Darth Vader, buddy."
Well, the old Uno reverse card.
Yeah.
But no, I love how because obviously we see it with Cad Bane as Chris mentioned, but now we're just getting more of it. We're getting more into entering someone's mind. We see this. When was another time we see this? Later
Siege
on.
of Mandalore, when Maul starts to probe Jesse's mind.
And we also see it with not with Ahsoka, because I mean she kind of manipulates the inhibitor chip to make Rex say, "I'm one with the Force is with me." And I love how they're just adding more and more Force abilities, and how they able to take that and turn it into different ways other than torture and finding answers. But they're able to be like, okay, this is what we can use. We can use. There's many different ways. It's a malleable ability.
Yeah.
We don't have to just probe their minds, but we can also help them, because that's what Ahsoka did in Siege of Mandalore.
Yeah, for sure. And again, moving along to my final point, which is funny enough, another thing I have to double back to, because Luke already mentioned it, but it's still similar but different. At the end of the final episode, we see Ahsoka say to the entire Ghost crew, "The protocol has changed," referring to how Bail Organa Mon Mothma treat the rebel cells. Do you think we'll see a scene or a moment in the finale of Andor that causes everything to shift and them to become more open with how they treat the rebel cells?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I think so too, yeah. I'm going to go with yes.
I don't think this season. I think next season.
Interesting.
Because I think the event on Ferrix is going to cause ripples.
I think the Ferrix and Tarkin Star Destroyer are all going to be.
Yeah, rest in peace, the Sovereign.
Yeah. But yeah.
Yeah.
Char,
Yeah.
you know what time it is. Don't play it.
It is time. Luke, go ahead and do it. 3 interesting facts about a certain Rebels arc that you didn't know about until now. Part 10, the Ghost Crew arc edition. All right, here we go. See, we actually did that pretty good this time. Fact 1, Kanan's stat sheet. The holographic file on Kanan Jarrus lists his vital statistics and his crimes against the Empire. We see this in the Rebel Resolve episode, including theft on Imperial supplies, resisting arrest, assaulting officers, and piloting without a license. Fact 2, the Clone Wars could, Rebels could not. The Clone Wars series could reuse a single crewman model multiple times to populate a ship. Since they were intended to be identical clone servicemen, the Imperial crewmen have to have their brims on their hats pulled low to conceal the fact that the same animation model is being used over and over again. Fact 3, Ralph McQuarrie strikes again. The Rebel crewman costume was based on Ralph McQuarrie illustrations for Rebels done for the original Star Wars. And there you have it. Those are the 3 interesting facts about the Ghost Crew arc.
Chris, real quick, before you leave, what's the ranking of the episode or the arc as a finale?
As a finale, I gotta give it a Grand Admiral. It you see the development for Ezra, Kanan, and Hera. You get some great moments from Chopper, Zeb, and Sabine. You have the reveal of Ahsoka. You have the reveal of Vader. Tarkin. You get to see Tarkin do more than just kind of sit in the background, as we've seen at that point in a lot of Star Wars media. It's just a great moment with Kanan versus the Grand Inquisitor once Ezra is, knocked out Obi-Wan Phantom Menace style. So
yeah, for sure. And Kris, where can the good people follow you on social medias?
You can find me at Star Wars Lawyer on Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube, and the Two Black Two Nerdy podcast wherever pods are cast.
Thank you again for coming on, Kris. We'll see you next week because we got Siege of Lothal.
Yeah, we'll see what I have next week and if I actually have it.
Oh yeah, that would be bonkers.
It'd be nice, but
if you know, if you know. If you don't,
it'll happen sometime during season 2.
Tune in next week for another episode. Anyway, Depaul.
It's Thursday.
Yes.
What is your ranking of the episode?
I'm gonna say episode. I'm going to regret either Chef Kiss. It's like right between Chef's Kiss and Grand Admiral.
So Chef's Kiss is Grand Admiral. So
okay. Then boom. There you go.
Yeah,
okay, then yes.
Yeah. Is this the first? Is this going to be the first unanimous Grand Admiral? Second? What was the other one? The beginning?
Path of the Jedi.
Oh,
Path of the Jedi.
That's right.
Episode 10.
So am I jumping the gun here? Is it just going to be a Grand Admiral for all?
It's a Grand Admiral for me.
I was about to fuck with you and say something else, but yeah, it's Grand Admiral.
Okay, it's Grand Admiral.
Oddly enough, he was on the show. Don't pull a Kris on us.
Yeah,
I was gonna say because I was thinking about it in broad strokes compared to the other finales. I think I would put it like third.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I still think I feel like out of all, I think all finales are gonna get Grand Admiral. Maybe season 3 is making an Admiral, but I think all the finales across all 4 seasons will get Grand Admiral. I think it's a safe prediction.
No, yeah. That is fair. Well, that's going to be it for this episode. We are done with season 1, on to season 2 next week. Depaul, thank you again for coming on, and we'd like to thank Kris, as always, for coming on. Depaul, where can the good people follow you on the social medias?
The good people and the bad people can follow me on.
Oh my god!
They're not bad people. They're all good people. Trust me, I know.
I'm actually on YouTube at the Conspiracy Cantina podcast, and then we're also going to be on TikTok at JediMasterDepaul, so you can find me there. And yeah, just doing Star Wars content. Sometimes just nerdy content too. We kind of venturing out, like we did a Marvel episode last week, covering the Black Panther world premiere. But yeah, so that's where you can find me. And until later on, I'll be on some more socials.
Absolutely.
Oh, awesome.
Hereth?
You can find me at Hereth Productions on TikTok and Instagram. You can find me at Hereth_edits on Twitter. And you can find me here on the Pod Ones podcast.
Char, where can the good people follow you on the social medias?
Good people, you can find me on Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram at CharCharJ, as spelled right here. And you can find me here at the Pod Ones podcast every Thursday night as we cover our Star Wars Rebels rewatch. Next week, we'll be beginning season 2 with the Siege of Lothal. Hope everyone is there for that. This can be very fun, and that'll be our 70th episode of our show.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
You can find me.
It's gonna be awesome. You guys can follow us at the Pod Ones everywhere: Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. The Pod Ones, and we're gonna have more content coming out. We've obviously have the Stark sisters, which is kind of funny because it's just Bale and Kels reacting to Game of Thrones.
Nice.
More like Bale reacting. Kels is just there.
Bale reacting and Kels basically explaining everything. So go check that out on the channel. It's a started playlist. Blackwater actually comes out Friday, 5 p.m. CST, so like 3 o'clock Pacific Standard Time and 7 Eastern Standard Time. Or 6, whatever. Who gives a shit at this point?
I
Who
do.
cares? Who cares about time zones? And also be on the lookout for some Fire and Blood content. The Silmarillion Illustrated comes out soon. Also, new banner will be on all of those videos.
There you go.
Thank you, Pat. You
won't have to stare at the old logo anymore.
No,
Yeah, so the banner that Depaul and Kris were talking about earlier, yeah, that'll be a whole new thing very soon.
Well, it'll the one for the podcast will stay the same. Every other video will have the other logo behind us.
Okay. I thought maybe the one that was right here in the middle will get changed.
That one. Oh, that one will get changed.
Yeah, that was what I was talking about.
Yeah. Oh,
and also,
gotcha.
everyone that has been watching, go ahead and drop a like on this video. And also, if you haven't already, subscribe to our channel. We'd really appreciate that. We're on our way to 1.5K. It's going to be a milestone, and we will have news when we hit that milestone. So,
Well, we already have a major news happening in a month.
Yeah.
12-hour stream.
Oh, yeah, the 12-hour stream. We'll be still doing the 12-hour stream on December 3rd.
DePaul, so to celebrate us hitting 1,000 on YouTube, we are going to be having a 12-hour stream on December 3rd.
Ranging from watching a movie with everybody in the chat, and then obviously
we have a huge agenda of things to do.
A 4-hour D&D one-shot Clone Wars with St. Pat. And then we're gonna play Ewok Hunt towards the end of it because it's gonna be nighttime, and we're gonna try to scare each other.
And also, if you guys all have a PlayStation and you have Battlefront 2, join us for Ewok Hunt on the 12-hour stream. It's going to be chaos.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. And then we're gonna do some Jackbox stuff like that. So come hang out with us December 3rd. For those that have been on the show, we will be reaching out to everybody who wants to be on that stream. We will have a Google Docs / Excel sheet probably next week. And I will let you guys know about that. But yeah, that is going to be it for us. On to the next one for Light and for Life.
We are all the Republic.
And may the Force be with you.
Always.
Always.
See you guys.